This illustration deals with optional calculations for additional loads to existing installation by applying the exception to NEC 220.87. Now, notice that the actual amps recorded for a period of 30 days on the 500 kc mil conductors, and according with the exception to 220.87, is 218 amps. Now, the 218 amps, it's been recorded on an average 15 minutes to get the total of 218 amps, using an amp meter or maybe using a demand meter, whichever was available and would meet our need. Now, the conductor supplying the switchgear there is 2000 kc mil in parallel. And then notice the added load is 102 amps calculated by 220 215.2A1A because we didn't have any ambient temperatures involved here as listed. Now, notice the note states added load for service shall be permitted to be calculated using the same procedure by 220.87 exception, but usually we would obtain this from the utility for a year to do this. So make sure on the examination, are they asking for the service or for a feeder, or are they asking for the exception to be applied, or just service? Now, step 1, and the boxed in information with a title head calculating load in amps, we're finding the recorded demand for 220.87. And the maximum demand is 218 amp. Step 2, calculating existing demand, we take the 218 times 125% and we derive a total of 273 amp. Step 3, we're calculating existing and adding that load in as you see in step 3. So 273 amps plus 102 amps is 375 amp. Step 4, we're finding the amperage for the feeder conductors. So as previously stated, 500 kc mil THWN copper conductors are good for 380 amps in accordance with table 310.16. So step 5, we're determining if the load can be added. So we compare 375 amps to 380, and we find, yes, it is less than 380 amps. So the solution and answer is the 375 amp load can be applied for the existing feeder conductors as illustrated in this illustration, and that's what our figure 2-20 is illustrating, the application of NEC 220.87 exception.